Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to ParaMystic Podcast. We are doing a special live edition. It's a little bit earlier than usual. We usually launch at 10. We're launching at, I don't know, 9:10, something 9:06. I don't know. Anyway, good morning. Mornings are a little challenging for me, but I'm glad to be here with you all. And just a couple of really quick things. Um, this weekend, I will be in Rhinelander in Pioneer Park for the Northwoods Expo, um, Healing and Wellness and Psychic Fair. So stop on by there. It's going to be a great day. We're going to have a lot of vendors, a lot of really cool stuff going on there. And then I'm taking a weekend off. I'm taking a weekend off. Yeah, I'm taking Labor Day weekend off to spend with my grandson. So I'm super excited about that. I get him for 3 whole days to spoil him, and I'm really, really psyched about that. And then after that, I am going to be on September 2nd. I will be in Sharon, Pennsylvania. I will be doing a seance there. And I am, like I said, I'm not really good with mornings, so I don't remember the name of the place. It's a metaphysical store downtown, and also a tattoo place, tattoo and piercing. So that's always an interesting place to read. So that's going to be fun. And then on the 6th and 7th, I will be at the Maine HorrorCon and Paracon at the Augusta Civic Center in Augusta, Maine. And that's going to be wow. That event is huge. I think it takes up the entire Civic Center. There's so many people. They're going to have the Annabelle doll there. They're going to have I don't know, was it 3 rooms full of speakers or something? It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So I will be speaking there on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern, and I will be talking about protecting your energy. And then after that, I am off to, and again, my memory fails me, but I will be at a friend's place in Pennsylvania near Allenton. And on that Thursday, I should really look at a calendar or something, but I will be doing readings, psychic readings, and I'll be set up there. So if you are in any of those areas and would like to book a reading with me, just get a hold of me through Messenger or Kristina's getting some ink. Okay. Um, I actually have a plan to get some ink, but I haven't taken that leap yet. So anyway, I have an amazing guest with me today. We have been friends for a few years, run into each other at different events, and she has a wicked sense of humor. She's an incredible psychic. Hey, Johnny and Tabitha, how are you? So I am just going to cheat and read her bio to you. So a born psychic medium, Dana Stricker, has been reading professionally since the age of 15 and has been communicating with the other side for as long as she can remember. Known for her candid approach, Dana's readings, while both uncharacteristic and unpredictable, have been revered, endorsed, and validated on every professional level. Excuse me. In addition to reading professionally worldwide, Dana uses her abilities to work with missing persons and cold case files for police municipalities nationwide. She has also helped to locate missing pets for several years. While Dana excels in both psychic and mediumship abilities, she has exceptional skills in reading remotely. She is also a known and well-established medical intuitive. She's a member of the Ghostly Gumshoe Investigations and Research Team and the official psychic medium of the Ghost League Chicago. She has worked with several teams in the US and internationally for many years. She has also done several events doing everything from gallery readings to lectures about several subjects in the paranormal, to include ghosts, remote viewing, local history and lore, and Celtic witchcraft practices, just to name a few. Dana currently has a strong presence of social media, if not just for her rather unorthodox Facebook page. Those who know. She is often seen chatting it up with her friend DeRose on their podcast, The Real Deal, as well as guest appearances on several other podcasts across the nation. She has also done several events doing everything from gallery readings to lectures. Oh, we already said that. All right. Well, hey, welcome, Dana Stricker.
There I am.
There you are. Good morning.
Hello. It's so cringy listening to your own bio being read aloud. I just have to say,
right.
I'm going like this. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't talk about me.
Yeah.
Here I am. Don't
Just
talk
bring
about
me
me.
on. Just bring me on.
So, how are you this morning?
Pretty well. Actually, pretty perky for me in the morning. I'm like you usually, but
Yeah. This
I'm
morning
that
things
early.
just starts too early.
Somebody's like, wow, live.
Yeah. That's my
Way
friend
too
Lee.
early.
Yeah. I said I was going to be doing readings and a seance at a place that is both a metaphysical store and a tattoo parlor.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So
Well,
she
that'll be
said I'm going to get some.
interesting, I bet.
I've
My
actually read there before, and it is interesting energy, but we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you.
okay.
I talked about me on
Yes,
somebody
ma'am.
else's podcast last night, so
Okay, so it's my turn.
so
Okay.
now it's your turn. So what do you have coming up?
Oh, right now I'm at the calm before the storm. My September, it starts to crank out into, I think, the second week of October. I have coming up, I think the next thing, I'm looking at my calendar because I'm cheating.
Okay, good. Go
September
ahead.
6th, I'm going to be in Lakeville, Illinois at their Fall Fest with the Shadow Hunters Ghost Team, who I've
Nice.
known for several years. I'm off a week and then I leave for Missouri to go to the, oh Lord, it's going to slip my mind. Hold on a second.
Oh, I just did that like 3 times. You're good.
It's because I wasn't like looking at it. It is the Crossing Realms Conference, which involves paranormal, UFO, UAP stuff, cryptids, the whole 9 yards. That's in Richmond, Missouri.
Awesome.
I'm a special guest there. I don't know what that all entails.
I always do that too. Special
I'm
guest.
special.
Good morning, Wendy.
And the week after that, I'm in Michigan for UFO Contact, where I am speaking there.
Awesome.
I will be doing readings at both of those, kind of
Okay.
separately. UFO Contact is different because I'm on a podcast with them as well, which
Okay.
is the people from MUFON, and everybody that's on the show except for me is an abductee. So we have like
Okay.
people from all different walks, and it's pretty interesting.
Well, feel free to plug your podcast.
Plug that podcast. You
No,
bet I
seriously,
will.
like what's the name of it? What is the name of your podcast?
It's called UFO Contact is the name of the event that I'm doing, but that's within that is that as well. Is
Okay.
that podcast. And those are people from Michigan. Those are my Michigan people.
Okay, cool.
Which Deb DeRoos, who is also my partner on our podcast, which is the Get Real or the Real Deal, or we've had to change the name because somebody hacked our name at one point. But we do that very sporadically because we do it when we have time to do it.
I get that.
And then after UFO, I'm in Virginia with the Kling brothers at another event. I'm not technically working that one, but I will be participating in it, and we'll be doing some battlefield and Civil War stuff, which is what they're kind of, I like their events because they're very historically inclined. So you get to see stuff at the same time you're doing stuff. So we've got investigations and whatnot. And then the weekend after that, I'm in Whitewater, Wisconsin for the Whitewater Spirit Tour, which is a really big event there every year. Whitewater, for those that don't know, is known as the Second Salem due to the Morris Pratt Institute was born there. That's one of the first, actually, I think it is the first spiritualist college, if you will, or
Mhm.
spiritualist environment in the United States, even before Lilydale. There was
Oh,
more Spirit
wow.
Institute,
Okay.
so it's old. Um, but they do a spirit tour, so they go to all these because Whitewater is extremely haunted town, the university and everything else.
Mhm.
And they try to change it up. So this year I am playing a character because we
Oh,
dress up and then you do like you're the person. So I'm doing that in one of the cemeteries, but I'm not going to
cool.
disclose who I'm playing.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think I
Fair
might get
enough.
in trouble. I don't even have my dress yet, so I have to like keep it under wraps. Hopefully they'll even give me a wig so no one recognizes me, so then I can really ham it up
Oh,
because
there you go.
it's gonna be fun. So I have a lot of different weird little things.
I love that.
What's interesting is that I don't do a lot of Wisconsin events. I do Broadhead Manor. I love Broadhead
Mhm.
Manor. Whatever they do, whoever's doing it, I'm
Right.
always happy to be asked there because I really like Bill.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't do a lot around the state, and I'm not
Okay.
sure why that is. If I'm more outside of the state, and I get a lot of my clients that are like, "When are you doing something in Wisconsin?" So I am doing one in Whitewater.
Yes. Yay.
Come see me. So it's
Awesome.
not technically me as a psychic; it's me playing a character, but it's still
Like,
part of the vibe of the whole thing. So I'm
yeah.
excited about it. It's
You
gonna
know,
be fun.
I didn't know the history of Whitewater at all, but I know that I've been there
Mhm.
several times and it's always felt busy. And I don't mean with
Very
live
busy.
people.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of things that happen there that even some of the people that are locals
Mhm.
that are like, well, this is BS, blah, 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 um, ended up having things happen to them. And so they're like, well, this one time, I'm like, see, you can't say that it's BS because
Right.
it's like all the buildings, some of the shops, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that goes
Yeah.
on.
The university area is really,
Yeah,
really
down in I
busy.
think it's the
Yeah.
library. There's a woman that haunts the downstairs part of the library on the campus. That is,
Okay.
and maybe that lady in white, as this Lee is talking about, that very well
Yeah.
could be that. I can't remember what they call it. My
Yeah.
friend Jackie actually is more of the historian of that stuff. I just go in and do what I do.
Right. Right. Well,
But
it sounds like you have a fun schedule coming up, a lot of
I do
variety.
lots of stuff going
Yeah.
on, different kinds of stuff too. So it's
Yeah, I
not
love that.
just, you know, Dana the psychic medium. And oh, I'm also doing I just got asked to do this at the Irish Legend in Illinois. It's a bar restaurant called the Irish Legend. I'm going with the Booze Cruisers.
Okay.
Um, asked me to do they're doing a Halloween party for paranormal investigators. It's free.
Oh,
So
wow.
hopefully it'll bring in a lot of people. And that is let me look it up real quick. Sorry, I forgot that part. That's the 25th of October.
Okay.
Um, and I will be doing readings there. They have me on as the in-house or on-site psychic for that one. So I'm excited
Cool.
about that one too. I've been to the Irish Legend before, and it's pretty active. So it's a good place for investigators to go
Yeah.
have fun. And now I'll
Cool.
be quiet. So yeah, I get busy after this next week or so. So I'm kind of
Kinda just chilling out for a minute, huh?
trying to do like my normal life stuff.
Right. The wait, normal life
It's
stuff?
never
What?
really truly normal, but there you have it. I do my best. Put it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so I was going to ask you because there was an event, I think it was last year
Mhm.
at Broadhead Manor, and you were speaking, but I couldn't hear anything you said. It was just
Yeah,
echoing around the room. So
yeah.
is that something that you normally speak about? I don't remember what it was, but
I speak about all kinds of different parts of the paranormal. I don't remember what that was particularly. Trying to
yeah,
remember.
I don't remember
Um,
either. But I wanted to be able to hear you, but I couldn't with all the background noise, I couldn't focus in on you.
right.
So,
I do talks on. I one of the things I've done a lecture on it before, and it was for that same event, but the year before that, I think it was.
okay.
I don't remember what I did last year. On organ transplant and people that experience the
That was
methyl.
it. That's what
Is
I'm
that
talking
it?
about.
Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe that
that
was
was
last
it.
year.
So,
I'm doing that again next year at a bigger event. I'm hoping to anyway. So I am in contact with other organ recipients and also some of the surgeons. Of course, they never want to be identified.
right.
But some people that work in transplant and that kind of stuff, because it doesn't happen all the time. So for those out there that don't know what I'm talking about necessarily, it would be like if you get a heart transplant. I'm going to use my friend as an example because he actually had this happen. So he actually had a pancreatic transplant due to severe diabetes. He had his from childhood all the way up to adulthood. And it got to the point where he needed a transplant. So he did get it.
Okay.
And when he woke up, the first thing he thought in his head was, I really need a cigarette. Well, he'd never smoked ever in his life. So he was like, he told his wife, he's like, man, I really want a cigarette. And she's like, you're on drugs.
Well, he was. He just woke up from
Obviously, yeah,
surgery.
right. But he knew he wanted Marlboro Reds in the hard pack.
Okay.
Like he knew all these things. And he was like, what
Yeah.
is happening? This is so bizarre. He wasn't thinking of the transplant. He was
Right.
thinking it was something, maybe I had a stroke during the surgery. Maybe what is this?
What is
And there
wrong
were
with me?
other things that were happening to him too, that he was like, why am I eating this? I've never eaten this before.
Okay.
And that's very, very common. It's usually with the major organs, not so much with like eyes or skin. I have noticed and looked at it enough where it's more like a lung transplant, heart transplant, kidneys, liver, that kind of
Okay.
stuff is it's more prevalent in. But it's crazy. Some of the stories out there. There's a case in England where a woman solved her donor's murder.
Oh my
And
goodness. Okay.
the
Wow.
court took that testimony, checked it out. Turns out verbatim, and there was absolutely no way she could have known that. But she had, I think it was the heart. I think it was a heart transplant of the donor gave the heart because she was murdered.
Right. Right.
Basically, is what happened there. So it's very interesting to me. Where
Yeah.
it's almost like, the theory is a little bit where people think of our brain only being in our head, where there might be more like a brain situation happening in all of us. Like every part of us carries
Yeah.
some memory. So
Right.
it's interesting. Carries
That
over
is
into
interesting.
reincarnation theory too.
Yeah. And Lee had put down, it was popped up here for a minute, but hi, Sal. Thanks for joining us. It said, I know someone who got a few organs and then took on the traits and the cravings of the donor.
Yep.
Yeah. Then that's exactly what you're talking about. Someone
That's
who's never
exactly it.
smoked coming
To
out of
wake up
surgery
and
wanting a Marlboro Red, right?
right.
So,
His wife, you're nuts. You're
yeah.
on drugs. It's obviously not that. And he's like, no, I know what I want.
Yeah.
You talk to him, he'll say it back. And he did
Wow.
eventually, years later, meet the donor family and verified these things. So it's
Yeah.
not just him thinking, oh, I wanted to smoke and I was eating chicken nuggets or whatever it was.
Right.
It's actually like he's verified it with the wife of the deceased person.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it is.
And I have to agree with what Lee is saying. That England story of solving the murder gave me goosebumps. Yeah, I
Yep.
had goosebumps too.
Yep. And the fact that the courts
took
let
it.
it took it.
Yeah.
I don't think that would ever happen here. Maybe
I don't
probably
know.
not. But
Probably
not that.
not.
But England's not like a backwards place by any
No,
means.
not for the
And that
most
was
part. No.
years ago. That was a long time ago that happened.
Right.
So And
I
it's
just
not
thought
the
that was
first.
such an interesting topic, and that's why I was
Thank
trying
you.
to listen to you
Yeah, and
at
the
Broadhead, but
acoustics, and they had the,
yeah,
it's always hard when the vendors are in the same area as the speakers because
right,
you
right.
can't
They've
control
started
what's
switching
going
that up now as well because you were at the last one, you were at Paranormal Rockdown, so
on. Yep,
they had the speakers now in a different room, which was
right,
a lot better than
right.
having them in the same room. It made it more
Mhm.
difficult.
Yep. But
Oh, wow.
no, it's that whole thing is obviously I could babble about it forever. I'm not going to because I want to talk about other things, but there's just saying. Um,
Yeah,
but that's, I guess when you think about it, it's so comforting to know in a way, as a mediums, it's comforting the way that we get message to our clients, right? Or
mhm,
people that come to see us.
right,
Um, but to have like a situation where your loved one donated their heart or donated their liver or kidney to someone, and you can verify like these weird cravings or these memories that pop in that they
right.
don't know where they're coming from, your your person is still viable somehow. You know what
That
I
is
mean?
so interesting.
And so to
It's
me,
just
not
yeah.
it's not just on a scientific level because I am not a science based chick.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm a woo woo girl. But when
Yeah,
it comes to that, when you have that physicality of an organ being put into somebody else, and then that person is like remembering something or craving
mhm,
something that this quote unquote deceased person, that was their thing.
right.
That
So,
means to me that somewhere inside of them, be it the kidney, liver, heart, lung, that person is still viable somehow, earthly ways.
right,
To hug that person, you can hug part of your
right.
person,
And you
not
can still feel their energy, I'm sure. I mean, if the energy of that organ was strong enough to change the personality of a person,
I would think,
you've
yeah.
gotta be able to feel that donor's energy, I would
And
think.
it's not even saying they're not where they're supposed to be either. And I've
Right.
had that question where does that mean that they're trapped in this other person? No, 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 no. It's more of like a memory of that
Okay.
person still there. I don't think it's the person. It's like that. It's the other brain. It's the only
Mhm.
way I can explain it. It's some other part of the brain that's still viable in
Right.
that respect for these little things. They're not remembering like I went to this family reunion and I choked on a piece of watermelon. I mean, they're not remembering that part of it.
Right.
It's just like little things like that, but it's big when you think about it.
It really is. It really is. So that brought up 2 questions for me because I am really interested in this topic.
Sure.
Um, and I've become more interested in it because when my son passed, his eyes were donated.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I've not read a whole bunch on eyes. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen, though.
Right. Right.
So, you know, I'm sure somebody out there in the big wide world has had something happen. I think there was even a movie made about it once with Jessica Alba called The Eye.
Oh,
She had a
um,
transplant, but it was like a murder
sci-fi kinda
mystery, like
oh,
a murder
murder mystery.
mystery
Okay.
thing. So maybe the person's
Okay.
eye that I can't remember all the details, but it's called The Eye with Jessica Alba. If you want to try to watch it. Um,
Yeah, I will look that up. That sounds interesting.
but
So
anytime, it's such a wonderful thing to be able to donate and
mhm.
to be a recipient. Because the reason why I started this whole thing is because I have stage 4 renal disease.
Okay.
So at some point in my life, I might be facing a transplant, a kidney transplant. In fact, I've been
Okay.
on and off the transplant list twice at UW Madison.
Okay.
Too healthy to be on it currently, knock on
Good.
wood. Um,
Yes.
but that could very well be part of my future. And my friend that I'm talking about was a paramedic at the hospital I used to work at 100 years ago. We stayed in touch because we both are into the paranormal. But the reason he is into the paranormal is because after his pancreatic transplant, that man can go into a Walmart and get Class A EVPs. Never
Wow.
before that, but after that. Now
After
that's
that.
also interesting. Why is that?
Yeah. In that okay, yeah, my mind's a little blown right now. Like, give me
Yeah.
a second to wrap my head around that.
There's
Um,
all kinds of little facets in this whole
yeah.
whole
Well,
subject.
and I think it really, really brings forward the point that we are actually all connected, right?
Yeah.
We
Right.
are actually all connected through, I don't know, DNA, through our cells, through whatever.
Right.
I've been kind of diving down that rabbit hole for a while now, where it's like how are we connected? How can you and I communicate with somebody thousands of miles away and
Hmm.
do an accurate psychic reading,
I
right?
don't
So
know.
there has to be connection because
Yep.
energy doesn't require proximity. So,
How do I see a girl in California that went missing
right,
and what happened right before her demise, if you will, like clear as day on a TV set? I don't know how.
right, exactly. It's
Nobody taught me that. You can go learn to do remote.
right,
Just,
remote viewing and whatever, but yeah,
and I never did that, but I do it.
right.
I don't know
It's
what's
just,
up with that either, but
well, you brought it with you.
I must have.
You
I
brought it
dragged
with
things
you.
life to life with me. Coming on, let's keep this up.
Let's
But
keep going.
yeah,
Well, my other question having to do with that is, okay, so it's kind of an aside to it, but what about walk-ins? Like when someone passes
right.
and they come back from the other side, but they come back somebody else. Do you feel like that has something to do with kind of the same energy as transplants or remote viewing? I mean, how
I think what I was explaining 100 years ago, I've been at this way too long, so I don't remember exactly how old I was when I was listening to somebody talk about
right,
this, about walk-ins. And actually, I haven't heard that term until the last couple of years. I hadn't heard it in over 25 years. People just,
really? Okay,
yeah, it just kind of dropped out or something.
right.
And I would say it, and people would be like, "What do you mean?" Um, some people say that this is what I was told. Now you
Okay.
might have a different thing on it. This is
Well,
just what
people have
I
been asking me about it a lot lately, so I've been wondering. So,
when the walk-in comes in. So like if there's a super traumatic thing that happens to the original person, right? And then they they die and then they're resuscitated. Is that what you're talking about? When they come
right,
back, you go
right,
over and then somebody else comes back instead of you.
right,
That is because you don't choose to come back,
right, right.
but
Your spirit
somebody
doesn't choose to come back, but somebody else's
somebody
does.
else does. And so then, that's
Okay.
obviously really disturbing, likely to the families of these people.
Mhm.
But I don't know that it's, I mean, I have you ever run into somebody that you feel is a walk in?
No. I can't say I have. Have you?
No, but I've run into people that I'm like, there's something off about them
Yeah.
where I almost go to, and I'm going to sound really crazy, everybody, so get with
Hey,
it.
that's all good.
They almost remind me of an alien in a human suit because there's void
Okay.
of, it's just not a human vibe coming from these people. Like they're very cold. The look, it's hard to explain. Where I just kind of go, ooh, not that I'm
I have run into those
them, but
people.
you just kind of don't really want to interact with those people.
Right.
But is that a walk-in or is that what I'm thinking it is?
It could be
It's hard.
something else entirely
It
because
could.
when I meet those people, the first thing that pops into my head is that they are a non-player character. So they are just here to hold some sort of physical space, but
Mm-hmm.
there's no real human spirit behind them. Like
Right.
they're almost like a holographic projection of some sort.
It's
Like,
just cold.
yeah,
It's cold. It's a cold vibe that I
it is
get.
a cold vibe, like it's an empty body walking around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much. Pretty
yeah,
much. Until they start talking to you, and then it's like, this is not
yeah.
improving with you speaking. I had that
Right.
happen to me at an event. They approached my table, and I was like,
Yeah.
yep, traumatic brain injury, too.
Mhm.
That's a little bit different as well because obviously, but
Yeah.
or dementia. is
Or
another
dementia.
dementia.
Yeah.
You've got people that never, ever, ever were violent people, but with the diseased brain become that. So then they act like somebody else.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it's
there's
all there's so many things that could be happening there, but
yeah.
I think I have yet to hear of a transplant patient that has like that walk-in stuff happen.
Okay.
But I
All right.
understand what you're saying with the walk-in, and I was always told, again, this was many years ago, um, I was told that that was like the you or your soul or your spirit decided to stay where it was, and somebody else came in its place because maybe you, I don't know, in body were not supposed to leave yet.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
For some reason, maybe we were the ones holding space. Our bodies still had to hold that space for some reason, be it children,
Interesting.
family members, whatever. But it's not really you.
Right, and that's just creepy.
Thank you. I agree.
I do have to say though, in 2004, I had a stroke, and
Good.
I did, yeah, and I came back from that stroke, still me, but
Hmm.
a much improved version of me.
Oh, how interesting and how
Yeah,
fortunate for you that you feel that
right,
way. Because
right,
usually it's the opposite of that.
right.
Um,
I mean, it took some time to get everything back, I mean, I couldn't
yeah.
speak correctly, I couldn't my whole left side was gone, I mean, it took a lot to come back from that physically, but I did come back an improved person, I guess,
You're
a
too
much more
young to
kind
have a
person.
stroke.
Yeah, it was while I was training for a marathon, which
Oh,
is
wow.
which is why I no longer run. Sorry to all the runners out there, but
I'm
I'm
just
not
going to add
risking it.
that to the very long list of why I don't run.
Exactly, right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can't help you. You have to do that marathon alone or push me in a cart. One of the two.
Yep. But I'm not putting myself through that again. Um,
That's hard. It's hard on your body.
it is hard on your body.
Mm.
It is. Both a stroke and
Well,
a
yeah,
marathon
yeah,
are both hard on the body.
right.
But I do know that when I came back from that TBI, I came back with a kinder person. Um, I already had the psychic abilities, so that didn't come with that. But I just came back more compassionate, more kind,
Hmm.
more open to other people. Um, let's see. Oh, people with cognitive abilities are open to those that haven't
Agree.
realized they're dead. Those who are lost will sometimes peek through the disabled person. Oh, that's an interesting take, Wendy. But I know where Wendy's coming from. So yeah, I
I
can see
agree with
that.
the first part at least. I don't
Yeah,
know enough to know about the second part, but I do
right,
agree on the first part.
right,
A lot more in tune.
definitely.
A
A
lot
lot
less
more.
a lot less of the conditioning that a lot of us have been through. Uh,
Right,
they just do them. They do their own thing. I've
right.
used to work. I very close to me is Jefferson, Wisconsin, where St. Coletta Alverno was, and
Hmm.
many years ago when I worked, I dealt with that population quite a bit. Love doing it. Love working with those people. But I agree.
Yeah.
There's
So
no filter, which I also appreciate because I don't have a filter either.
Wendy says we live on Native American burial ground. It happens. Yeah, because then you have the enhanced energy, that the enhanced spiritual energy of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
So, wow.
Huge
That's
respect to that particular energy. I don't
yeah.
mess around with, and I don't recommend anybody else mess around with too much of
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not
I
that I
can
ever would, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. So,
Okay, well,
in all of the things that you do you have a
yeah,
favorite thing that you do?
that's a tough question. I like to read my clients. Obviously, I um, if I like to be helpful to
Mhm.
them, especially I've had some really great experiences where I've prevented people from dying from certain things with the health stuff. more often than not. But it's weird when that happens. I still get creeped out by it. It's like, why am I seeing that to the point? Because I never tell, and I think as a reader, you don't tell people what to do.
Never.
You
Never.
don't insinuate your opinion on what they do.
Correct.
But I had when another spirit comes in and tells me, if this starts to happen, this is what you need to do. I relay that message because
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
saying it, that's somebody else saying it, but it's important that you remember that.
Right.
And each time that has happened, it's been a pretty vital thing within days, like a day or two. So,
Wow.
do I like it? I can't say I like it. Um, but it makes me feel good that I prevented something from happening by saying it. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yep,
I
that
don't want to
does.
sound like I prevented it. It's not really me. It's somebody else telling me to tell them. So it's
Right.
different. Um,
Well, that's exactly the way I do it too. I mean, if that information comes through, I relay it, but I make darn sure they know that's not my
yeah.
opinion.
Every
You
every
know?
person I read, I always tell them, I go, you got to remember some of the stuff I'm going to tell you. I'm not telling you. I'm the telephone.
Right.
I'm relaying that to you. Do that with that information what you will. I can't make you do anything. I can't.
Exactly.
That's not my job. It's
Mhm.
not.
I
Um,
always tell people, I won't tell you what to do with your life because I will not be responsible for decisions I don't have to pay a consequence for.
Oh, I like that line. I might have to steal that. And I'll
Yeah,
get this person that says, I had this psychic tell me the same thing. I'll be like, oh, her name was Kristina, wasn't it?
exactly.
You're so good, Dana. Nah, I know her. But yeah,
I
I mean,
love that's one of the things I really love about you is you're so straightforward and so honest, and yet you're
I
not
have to be.
hurtful. You know,
No.
I have seen psychics who consider themselves to be straightforward and honest, and they're just kind of brutal, but you're not. You have a gentleness to you.
Well, it's not, I guess it's just the way I've always done things is like, I don't like people, I don't know how to explain it. If I feel strongly about something, I'm really going to tell the person, but I'm never
Right,
going to yell at that person. I
right.
get clients to be like, "Oh, we went and saw this person and all she did was yell at me." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean she yelled at you?
Wow.
Don't yell at people."
Don't yell at people. No,
And
there's no need for that.
yeah, but I think the whole community, I think there's some very good people in the psychic medium community, and I'm talking
Mhm.
the ones that I know in
Right.
Wisconsin, out of Wisconsin, blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
But at the same time, there's a lot that I question. I don't like the TikTok versions. I don't like a lot of stuff. I know that
Yeah,
that's a really great tool for people to get their name out there, and business wise, I'm not faulting people for that.
right.
Make sure you have more than 2 years experience under your belt before you start hanging a shingle out there and calling yourself a psychic medium, because you're dealing with people's lives,
Mhm.
people's families, people's emotional states. I mean, I just find that to be hugely irresponsible to not trying to sound mean. I'm just saying it like it is. You have to
Right.
be really careful and know that that's a responsibility that I take very, very seriously.
As do I,
And I
yeah.
exactly. And I think if you're doing it like we do it,
Mhm.
that's a responsibility. That's not some flippant thing that you just do.
Right, right.
And I don't know, I get bothered by that. I think you need to have more than 2 years under your belt.
To before
You
getting
can
on TikTok.
learn. You can start
Good
learning it.
morning,
Well,
Debbie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess there's a big thing with TikTok witches too. TikTok this, TikTok that. I'm not picking on TikTok because again, I think it's a very valid tool for people that use it. I just
Mhm.
don't. I'm Gen X, baby.
Yeah.
Don't
I
use.
have a TikTok. I think I have 4 things on it, and all of them are from traveling. Like,
I'm lucky I am on Instagram once a week. I don't know. I missed that boat somehow or something. But
Yeah,
anyway, back to your original question. I think I do really like talking to an audience about different subjects because I'm a psychic medium, but I also do a ton of other stuff out there
yeah,
that a lot of people don't necessarily know I do.
right,
And it's not like I need to be known as everything, the
right.
laundry list of I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm the other thing. Well, big deal.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have that laundry list for sure.
It's just because
Yeah,
well, when you list what you do, though, if you do it validly, fine. I just never like to update my stuff because it's like, then okay. I
yeah,
also have this weird vibe with myself. Like, I don't want to come off like I'm bragging that I do all this stuff because I've been doing it since I was 15 years old. I'm
right,
going to be 57 next month.
right.
That's a long time. Don't even care to admit that, but that's a
It's a long
long
time.
time to be floating around. Um,
We're
so
about the same age, and the thing is, like, there are so many people like, "I can't believe I'm this old." I can't believe I'm this old, but in a very positive way, like, how did I get here? Like, how am I still alive? Like, that's
that's valid, especially
you know what I'm
when I
saying?
think
Like,
back. It's like, oh my God, how did I even, ugh,
yeah.
what was I thinking when I did that?
Oh, yeah, Lee wants to know if we have the same birthday because I will be 58 next month.
I'm September 17th.
I'm the 5th.
Okay. She's ahead of me by a little
I'm
bit.
ahead. Yeah.
We're Virgos, though. You're
We're
still
Virgos.
Watch out, people.
I knew there was something I loved about you. I
Virgo
have to say,
people.
I mean, I wanna say that the first time that we actually had a conversation,
Mhm.
it was in a bar in
It was
Brodhead
eating cheese curds.
eating cheese curds, and I just thought you were the funniest person. Like, we
Oh,
have
thanks.
such a similar sense of humor. We just laughed for, like, an hour. It was amazing.
It's very hard for me to be stoic for long periods of time. Like, I have even like the inappropriate humor. Like, I use humor to deal with about everything.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, even when I was at death's door for 2 years, I was cracking
Mhm.
jokes. I mean,
Right.
that's just how I am. That's how I cope. Um, Obviously, at a funeral or something, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I hope.
I have the thoughts, but I don't let them out.
Right.
Thanks, Gwen, we try.
Yeah. What can I say? But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're going back to like I'm very upfront because I think that's important to be, especially doing what I do in the
Yes.
paranormal with psychic mediumship, all of those things.
Mhm.
I don't try to be like put on a turban and like fly around the room and be all like, "Oh, great spirit, come to me." That is so not my personality, and quite frankly,
Yeah.
I have never had anybody on the other side come to me talking like that.
Right, me
Other
either.
people, maybe they do. I'm not going to like diss on somebody that gets it more like that. I just
Right.
never did. I mean, they're like
Yeah.
saying stuff for me to tell people that I'm like, do I really have to say that?
Oh my
Do
god,
I
yes.
really have to
Oh
say
my
that?
god, yes. Yeah. I
And I
was
do.
yeah. Yeah, I was doing a family reading one time shortly after the patriarch of the family passed away, and when he came through with a line of explicatives, and I'm like and I'm just sitting there, and
How do I do this
one of
without
the daughters is like, "Just go ahead and say it, we already know."
exactly?
If he wasn't doing that, we would think it wasn't him.
Well, there you
Like,
go. It's validating.
yeah. I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
one guy that was reading this woman, and she was a little bit skeptical. I think she had gotten a gift certificate or something, and she came in, and I could kind of get that where they kind of like they don't want to engage or whatever. And
Test a psychic.
one of the or the woman I was reading, he said something to me, and I thought, oh, Judas Priest, do I really have to say that?
Yeah.
He goes, it was like, yeah, you do, because I really want to know. And I looked at her and I said, I'm supposed to ask you what. I have to rephrase this so I'm not swearing in here. He wants to know what you did with his GD chair. And she
Oh.
went, and like the day before, she had her son take it out of the house,
Oh.
whatever his chair was. And I'm like, okay, but he was like ticked off about it.
I wasn't done with that yet. Put it back.
Like, yeah. What, are you still sitting in there at night or what? But it's just hilarious to me. So,
oh, yeah.
I think
I have that a lot too. Like, I can't believe they're making me say this.
And I always just I always tell my person across from me, I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I hear. I'm not going to make anything up, but whatever it is, it's coming out here because it's not for me. It's for you.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. And then I'm like effing and blinding or whatever. Like you.
I know, right? Like, all right. I don't sound real professional right now, but okay.
Sometimes you can't because they don't want to hear that. That's not who the message is. That's not
right.
the message,
The messenger or the person coming through is, I mean, if they're a sailor, they're going to talk like a sailor, right? So yeah.
Or like the guy that said, I like her new bra. That was a fun one to deliver.
Yeah, I'll bet.
She laughed. It was all good. It was a different person than the other lady, by the way.
Oh, good.
The chair guy is different
from the bra guy. Okay.
Yeah. But it's those things, and it's like, they're looking, I think when we're there, are looking for things to validate where nobody else is going to know she's got a new bra but her.
Right, exactly. So they do that, yeah.
They do that, yeah.
Sometimes it leads to really funny conversations, and sometimes it leads to really embarrassing conversations.
It's always embarrassing for me because I know
too.
that I'm blushing when I'm saying, I'm like, I preface this by reminding you that I have no control over these messages.
Yes.
And I have to tell you what I hear or I'm not being honest with you. So here it is.
Yeah. And usually they're like, bring it, because if you say it that way, we know it's them.
Right. I always tell them too, I said, just because you die doesn't mean you get, a golden diaper and a harp.
Right.
You've still got a personality there. It's not quite what you think.
Right. Right.
Not from my experience with them anyway.
Right. Well, and a lot of times in my experience, they will come through and, let's see. Okay. In my experience, they will come through with that sort of thing so that they can relate to that person.
Yeah. And that's very much what it feels like.
And then they will launch into the new stuff.
Yep.
So I find that really interesting too.
Yep.
So
that
the veil is very, very thin.
And my filter is too.
Wait, you have one?
I do. Believe it or not. If you ever see me going like this?
I have seen you do that.
It's because I'm really trying not to say something.
I have done that too, where I'll just kind of go.
Not necessarily during a reading, but like at an event or something. Just like.
All right. We don't have a whole lot of time left, but I just wanted to ask you, you've been working with a lot of UFO communities, right?
Yes, I have been.
MUFON. So have you had any interaction at all with like UFOs, CE5?
Oh yeah, I've had sightings since I was young.
Okay.
The long story short with this one is my father was a very devout Irish Catholic, did not believe in any of this stuff. So like my young childhood when it was going on, there was a lot of this happening. Nice man. Not saying that, but he was afraid of things that I was doing. Right. But as I got older, he told me a story, and I think I was in high school before he told me this story. So that shows you he was guarded with any of the weird stuff out there, right? And he was a very prominent Marine, which I also didn't know till high school. He was JFK's presidential guard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He served at the White House. That's where he met my mother, actually, who worked at the Pentagon. I also didn't know that. It's a long story.
Okay.
But my dad was on a ship in the Mediterranean Sea before he did all that. He was in Europe, and there was a cigar-shaped craft over the top of their ship for quite a while they were out there. And the only thing he did believe in was UFOs because of that experience. I grew up with books in his bookcase. My dad was a line worker for Wisconsin Electric, so he was like a down and dirty blue collar, like hardcore worker guy. But he read things like Shakespeare and stuff, but he also had a bookshelf that was Project Blue Book, the Manhattan Project,
Wow.
Carl Sagan's Cosmos, Chariots of the Gods, all of these books that I never correlated that's why they were there. I didn't know why they were there because I really didn't know them. I was in junior high, grade school, never thought about it. But that's why now moving here to the town I live in, my parents had experiences. My mom had an experience coming home from work one night. I have been where my room would turn like bright white from the outside. I've had tons of stuff happen. My son has had stuff happen. Sightings up the wind wing. Last October, I saw one when I was at Old World, Wisconsin, that went right over the top of Old World. We checked the flight tracker. There were no aircraft, but there was an aircraft. There was something up there.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff that has happened to me. And like you said, everything is connected, right? All of us are connected. I think everything is connected. The stuff with cryptids, paranormal, all of it. Somehow there's a thin, invisible line that connects all that stuff together. We just don't know what it is. And I think we'd be awfully arrogant to believe that we are the only existing intelligent form of life in the universe.
I have been saying that since I was a kid. Yeah.
That's
when I first started seeing them too, was when I was a kid. And and I'm like,
So
we are not alone in the universe. And
no.
yeah.
And I used to have, and I think a lot of my medical intuitive stuff I've determined is likely coming from that source.
Okay.
Than my normal source, because it feels completely different.
Okay. That makes sense.
But, I can't prove that to anyone. And, some people are like, she's a lunatic. But it's just the way I feel about it. I'm not going to lie. I really do think it's coming from a different source, and that might be it. So have I been abducted? They want to regress me to find out. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I got enough. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I might still acquiesce and do it. I
was thinking about that because just recently, maybe in the last few weeks, I woke up walking into my bedroom door. Like the door was closed and I walked into the bedroom door, right? So I used to sleepwalk a lot as a child. I'd wake up in weird places. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I have been. I don't know. I haven't gone looking for it, but when I was a kid, I used, especially like between 10 and maybe 14.
That's about the prime age. I think because you're not little anymore, so you're not rationalizing it, or I don't know how to explain it.
Right.
When you get to be that 10 to early teen stage, that something's up.
Something's up. Yeah. Absolutely. And like I said, I haven't done a regression or anything. I mean, I do regressions on people, but I haven't done one on myself to find that out. And it only recently, in the last couple of weeks, occurred to me that might be the case. I don't know.
It's worth exploring for a lot of people. For me, again, I don't know if I want to know. Yeah. I mean, I work with the people that have been, and they're like legitimately like they're documented as having this, especially my
Right.
friend Deb Cobble. I mean, she used to work with Bud Hopkins and all the UFO. She's amazing. Um, they have pictures of the burn marks in the backyard when she was a child. I mean, she's wonderful to
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to know that. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I
I
do
already see
either.
stuff in my backyard. You can hear things out where I live. I live in the middle of, the southern unit of the Kettle Marine Forest. Yes, Gwen, you cannot unring the
Unring the
bell.
bell. Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yep,
I like that. I like
I
that.
do
And then
too.
right above that, I believe it's Johnny who said, I wonder how many abductees enjoyed their experience.
That's a very good question. I can tell you that the ones that I have spoken to, I don't know if enjoy is the word that I would use. I know that they are claiming, if you ever listen to my podcast with those guys, I'm like the negative Nancy almost. I'm almost like, I don't trust them. I'm sorry. For the valid reason that they've been watching us for all these years, right? So they know that we freak out. Anybody'd freak out being abducted and brought up onto a ship with mantis beings, for instance, right?
Right, right.
I am not a fan of the mantis. I don't know why. I've not met one to my knowledge. But they're always saying, oh, but they made me feel so calm and they made me feel so good. And I'm like, yes, because they've been watching you for so long. They know that they have to calm you down. And they do use telepathy.
Right.
So are they throwing in a little mind control there? That's what I mean about a negative Nancy. I
Yeah.
believe in them. I just don't know about intentions.
Okay.
That's where I get that's my hard stop with, oh, they made me feel so good. Then why are they stealing you without your knowledge? Why are they putting an
That's a
implant
good
in your
question.
arm? I mean, what?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's just Dana, though, when they all laugh at
Right.
me. I'm
So,
like,
so
okay.
my question about that though is, and I just lost it. It'll come back.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, this was it. Okay. So if you think about just the number of species that we know about on Earth,
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
on Earth,
Right.
I have to believe that there are at least that many species not on Earth,
Oh
right?
God, yeah.
So,
And
maybe the people who are having positive experiences are the ones who got picked up by the nice ones or the ones who are actually here to help us, you
right.
know?
So, like,
Yeah.
I had an experience in Virginia with tall white, which is
Okay.
like a gray but white, very tall. I
Right.
saw that happen. We had a
Okay.
doppelganger experience that night too. We were at a haunted house,
Okay.
mansion, basically, doing an event with my Solstice Sisters group. Kathy Faketic.
Mhm.
Um, that was bizarro. That was before Kathy joined our group, though. So it
Okay.
was this other person. That was the first time where I was like, yeah, I don't like this.
Okay.
I'm not looking at that window again because I don't want to see that. It took my friend and I, Kristina, our other lady, I think it was over a year and a half before we could get that story written down, and we forced ourselves to stay in a room and have somebody else write it
Oh,
because
wow.
we each remember weird different things. And Christina was the doppelganger experience, her and her dog. She's blind, and her guide dog, Apollo.
Okay.
The other lady and I saw Christina about 6 feet in front of us walking down the long hallway to get into the kitchen from the dining room. And she went out the back door with the dog to take the dog out. And we got to chatting in the kitchen. I'm like, oh my God, she's blind. What are we doing leaving her outside
Yeah.
this long? And I'm like, I'm a horrible friend. So I went to open the door, and there was this other person there that was saying, she's not outside. And I'm like, yeah, she is. And the other lady's like, yes, she is. We saw her leave out the back door. And so I'm going to the door, and all of a sudden from behind me, I get, are you looking for me? And it was Christina with Apollo. And I'm like, you're outside. And she goes, I never went outside. I was upstairs. and I
Oh,
saw her, as did the other lady.
walk
We were
outside.
literally right behind her.
Wow.
And then the weird alien crap started happening.
Interesting. Now I got goosebumps.
Yeah, I've
Think.
got lots of too many stories. But that one was bizarro. That really was. And we have some photographs of that where you can see there's something very tall outside the bay window of the dining room of this place.
Wow.
I mean, it's
That's amazing.
and
That's amazing.
the dog was like, no,
Nope. Nope.
that's not coming. He's a German Shepherd, and he was like, you're not coming in here. He would come up to us and do the guard position where he
Mm-hmm.
turns his body to me and to Kristina because he knew he did not like that. And eventually he was like,
Okay.
screw you guys. And he ran upstairs and laid down. He was like, not going to be downstairs anymore. It was
Wow.
bizarre.
That is an amazing story. I feel like I could talk to you for hours, but our
Probably, but
hour
you
is
probably have to
up.
go.
How
Wes out there
can
going, oh my God, shut up, ladies.
No, no, I love it. I love it. I just don't want to take up your whole day, and I don't want to take up our producer's whole day
Very
either.
much.
So,
Anyway,
but how can people get a hold of you if they want
um,
to make an appointment with you?
you can reach me. The best way is through my email. I'm old. I don't have a website. I have somebody
Okay.
working on one for me, but again, with everything else, I'm pretty lazy. Not really lazy. I just don't know how to do it, so I depend on
Yeah.
others. But you can reach me at my email address, which is hauntedspiritgirl@yahoo.com.
Okay. Haunted
I did not
Spirit
make
Girl
that up
at
either. My best friend did
yahoo.com.
about 30 some years ago. I just keep it because it's easy. I'm also on Facebook, but I probably won't friend you until after the first time I talk to you because I don't want to be accused of searching you out through the
Right.
internet.
Right.
But you can still send me a message through that as well. And my last name
Okay.
is right there on the screen.
I'm just putting your email in the
Yeah.
chat. Oops, if I can spell it correctly.
Haunted
Oh,
Spirit
Spirit
Girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
at
caps.
Yahoo. At Yahoo.
Yep. That's me.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Well, it was
This
fun.
comment has failed to post.
Oh,
Oh,
there
no,
it is.
there it is. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, that would be the case with me. I'll be like, maybe next time.
You have been an amazing guest. I want to
Oh,
thank
thank
you
you.
so much for getting
You
up
bet.
early and taking the time to do this. And
No problem.
this has been a lot of fun. And hopefully we can do it again. And if you want to remind people one more time about your podcasts.
I am on a podcast with Deb DeRoos out of Michigan called Get Real. And I'm also on another one with her, which is UFO Contact, which is Voices of Contact is the name of that podcast. And that talks about
Okay.
all the UFO stuff. And that's the show where
Awesome.
the regressions, we listen to regressions and then we determine what's going on.
Awesome. That is incredible. Thank you so, so
You
much. And
are very welcome.
I can't wait till the next time we can actually get together and
Yeah,
have cheese curds again.
here
So,
we go.
you know,
They got to be the garlic ones, though.
yeah, yeah,
Hopefully, Broadhead will crop up with another event.
hopefully.
I hope so.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in
Thanks.
this morning. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I don't know why my voice just went froggy. It's been doing that lately because I talk too much, my husband says. So,
Me too.
but thank you all so much and have a great rest of your week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.